Hello and welcome. You are watching News 9 Live. I'm Krishna Kumar and I'm being joined by my colleague and friend Sudha Sadanand in the studio. And on prime time tonight on News 9 Live, we are discussing the big move from the silver screens to the ballot box, possibly in Karnataka. The ruling BJP in Karnataka could have possibly received a shot in the arm ahead of the fast approaching battle for the Vidhana Saudha in Karnataka after actor and star Sudeep, aka Sudeep Kichcha, one of the highest paid actors of Kannada cinema, stood by Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, who he addressed as Mama or Uncle in a quote-unquote informal press conference. So while the support that Kichcha Sudeep expressed to the incumbent Chief Minister ahead of the crucial assembly elections was clear, the Kannada mega star did insist that all of this does not mean that he would be officially entering politics. Kichcha also made it a point to insist that he was not there to back the Bharatiya Janata Party or its ideology, but in the same vein, he lauded Prime Minister Modi and his various development initiatives. Let's now take this across to the actor saying as much. Let's first listen in to what Sudeep Kichcha had to say today in that press conference, and then we'll continue.
So, ಇಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಸೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡನ್, ನಾವು ಬೆಳೆದು ಬಂದ ಹಾದಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲೂ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಚಿತ್ರರಂಗ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಗಾಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಯಾರೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಗಾಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು, ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಅನಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನನಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಮಾಮ ಅವಾಗ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ರಾಜಕೀಯಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಅವರ ಪರಿಚಯ. ಟುಡೇ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಅವರ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂಥ ಕೆಲಸಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ತಲೆಬಾಗವನು ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಪರ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ನ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ವಿಚ್ ಈ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆನೂ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾಳೆನೂ ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನೆನ್ನೆನೂ ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ನನ್ನ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರುಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನು ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದೆ ಸರ್. ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಪಕ್ಷದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಈ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಬೇಕಾದವರಾಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಪರ ನಿಂತಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಲೈನ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟಪಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಸರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 27 years of hard work sir. 27 years of hard work sir. You think my fans are so naive or vulnerable that they'll let go of me because of certain stands I take in my life? So this stand what I'm taking is a very human stand sir. I'm not entering politics sir, just to clear. I've just entered the stage of politics sir here. I'm not entering politics. Sir, he's very well known to me. DK sir is very well known to me. Second, I want you to know, when I'm an actor, not just me sir, any actors or any celebrities, there will be an approach. There will be invitations for us to even campaign or contest. That is obvious sir, there will be. You know, I would never say that, or I'll never wave it off that it was not there. And it is not even wrong sir. Anybody approaching us for any good thing is not at all wrong. It is what we decide about certain people that I am coming here to tell you that. Sir, as a citizen, there are a lot of ideologies I do agree upon. It is my perspective. And I personally feel there is a lot of good that has happened also, which is again a perspective as a citizen, and it's got nothing in my connection with him, sir. I have also been in India. I have been a citizen and I am paying my taxes. So when I see certain developments happening and certain good things happening there, I will have my opinion, sir. In that way, there is no way that we can, as a citizen, we'll be 100% okay with everything in life. But there are lots, sir. There are lots we agree upon, we idolize, and we say, yeah, this is right. That is why India is popularized. India is going up today. Yes, of course, I agree upon our leadership, Mr. Modi. I totally respect certain decisions that he's taken, and as an Indian, I totally respect that, sir. But that has got nothing to do with me sitting here today, because this is with me connecting here But again, coming back, as an Indian, sir, yes, sir, there are a lot of things I agree upon, and I'm very proud of whatever happens.
All right, a very eloquent Kichcha Sudeep over there. Meanwhile, the Congress party has reacted sharply to the Kannada mega star extending his support to Chief Minister Bommai. Let's listen to what DK Shivkumar and Randeep Surjewala had to say.
Bharatiya Janata Party can influence anybody. Let them influence. The Karnataka election will be decided by 6.5 crore Kannadigas, brother and sisters, not by film actors.
Well, whether or not the BJP is roping in a mega star like Kichcha Sudeep pays off, well, that remains to be seen. But there's plenty to discuss, and let's head straight into that discussion with Sudha Sadanand from News 9, who joins us in the studio over here. And we have Mahesh Chitnis from News 9 Karnataka joining us on Zoom as well. We also have Mr. B.M. Ashok, BJP spokesperson, joining us. Let's first, Sudha, let's look at what is going on over here. Kichcha Sudeep has a long-standing history in Karnataka, as he just mentioned also, 27 years of acting. He's a bankable movie star for sure, now making pan-India movies like Vikrant Rona, which released. But is he a bankable star at the ballot box?
Well, the thing is, one thing is for sure, and I think it's being ignored or rather getting buried under all the rhetoric, is that Kichcha Sudeep is a very intelligent man. There are no two ways about it. Look at it. He says, I'm here to support Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai, whom he endearingly calls Mama or Uncle. But on the other hand, he says that it is not for the BJP. He's not going to contest elections. He's only campaigning for someone who's been a family friend for many, many years. So it is about, responsibility without any liability. So whether he's going to be bankable or not is something, honestly, that's another conversation, because the era of superstars, impacting elections is long done. And in Karnataka, it was much less if you compare it with Tamil Nadu or undivided Andhra, NTR, MGR, Jayalalitha, etc. But in the recent hustings, if you saw, Kamala Hassan, superstar, did nothing.
Yes.
So
and you had another superstar, the original superstar, Rajinikanth, not even willing to enter the fray.
So again, very intelligent man. So Kichcha Sudeep, at the end of the day, is doing something for Chief Minister Bommai, but like I said, he wants no liability. If election is, after all, we can't punt sitting in a studio.
Right.
If BJP does not do as well as it's projected to do.
Right. Now let's take this across to somebody from the BJP, Mr. B.M. Ashok, BJP spokesperson, joining us on Zoom. Mr. Ashok, tell us, what is the strategy behind roping in somebody like Kichcha Sudeep? The Congress party is is hinting that Kichcha Sudeep was sort of forced into this. What exactly would you have in mind when it comes to Kichcha Sudeep?
See, what has happened is there are several actors and several people in the different spectrum of the country who are understanding the kind of the development which is happening across the country. Today, I was just looking into the dollar price. 18 countries have accepted India as Indian rupee as a trading currency. So 87 rupees per dollar has come down to 81 rupees. Just a few hours back, my wife was discussing that will it come down to 50 rupees. We definitely hope that once we come back in 24 and by 29, before the next election, it will be the dollar price will be 50 rupees.
That is 2024 elections are quite a while away. But right now we have the Karnataka state election staring at us in about 40 odd days. Let's talk about that and the idea and the strategy behind roping in somebody like Kichcha Sudeep.
Agreed. See, what has happened is all the stars are acknowledging the kind of the development which has happened in center as well as in state, including our state.
So you're saying this is Kichcha Sudeep's voluntary decision to come and do it because he's impressed with the development initiatives of the BJP. Is that your stand?
Yes. 10 lakh crores is an investment which has come to Karnataka, and double engine government has improved the infrastructure across the state, whether it is roads, airports, 15 airports in Karnataka, ports, 13 ports in Karnataka, and the state highways have doubled, and the railway lines have been electrified. So this is one part is development, and as well as the benefit to a poor and urban poor and a rural poor is also we are able to see. Agreed, there is no doubt that Congress has spread a negativity on BJP government, and definitely we have countered it well. And Kichcha Sudeep being a star and approachable to every spectrum of the people in Karnataka, definitely there will be a value addition. And Kichcha Sudeep's entry will give us another 20 to 25 seats easily.
Right, Mahesh Chitnis, it's the first time since the Ambarish, you have a political party roping in a Kannada movie star, and he is incidentally from the same region as B.S. Yediyurappa, Shivamogga. Talk to us in terms of the political significance of roping in somebody like Kichcha Sudeep.
Yeah, Krishna, Sudeep today cleverly made announcement about his move by ensuring his fan base is not disturbed without going over his of the voter base. To sum up the press conference of Sudeep, he made some important points. I am not joining politics. I will not contest elections. I am only supporting Basavaraj Bommai. I am not supporting Bommai due to any threats of IT and ED raids. So now, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai is also the chairman of the campaign committee, and I think he has managed to do his job good by roping in a star campaigner whom the Congress was eyeing. See, in February this year, it was first D.K. Shivakumar who was seen at Kichcha Sudeep's residence, and Sudeep also later that he has offers from both BJP and Congress to join politics, but he was yet to decide. So there have been some internal discussions between Bommai and Sudeep, and the chief minister has managed to rope in the star candidate. And the 51-year-old actor will now, I think, who belongs to Naika caste. At least there are 15 constituencies in Karnataka where the ST community is dominant. And I think BJP will be trying to, use him in these constituencies where the BJP is considered a slight in a weak wicket. But one thing that has been noted here is this is not the first time Sudeep has been campaigning for any particular party. In 2018, Sudeep and Ash together had campaigned for BJP candidate B. Sriramulu, who is now the transport minister in Malkolmuru. Sudeep had also campaigned to Goda, who is also a BJP candidate, and won in Surpur. So one thing that needs to be understood here is why there was so much of hype when the BJP was clear that Sudeep was not going to join the party, but was only campaigning. So one thing that needs to be understood here is the entire incident might also be looked at an angle, Bommai might be asserting himself relevant and proving the point that he still can get votes for the party, not only in his own constituency. BJP is definitely not projecting him as the next chief minister, and in this context, it will be very important for Basavaraj Bommai to prove to the High Command that he still will.
Right, and that therein lies the crux of the matter, so doesn't it? The fact that, leave alone Sudeep Kichcha for the time being, Kichcha Sudeep for the time being. This is about Basavaraj Bommai. Yeah. He needs to prove himself to the party high command to be the chief minister face again, because he was a replacement chief minister to the tallest Lingayat leader, who is B.S. Yediyurappa. And here you have a star campaigner from B.S. Yediyurappa territory. This will be seen as a success for Basavaraj Bommai and his face value.
Right. And can I take this question to Mr. Ashok?
Please go ahead.
Mr. Ashok, Namaskara. This is Sudha here. I wanted to ask you that like my colleague Krishna said, and even my other colleague, Mr. Chitnis said, I want to ask you, somehow there is a feeling, imagine some star campaigner campaigning for Yediyurappa. The thing is, it is impossible. He's such a tall leader. He's still respected. You think Mr. Bommai requires this kind of a leverage from Kichcha Sudeep to kind of make it this time? There seems to be some kind of a nervousness, because let me tell you, I have studied the South. Karnataka, the greatest actor, Dr. Rajkumar, kept away from politics. Unlike his peers, MGR, NTR, Jayalalitha, everyone. What is the reason this time that you have to rope in someone like Kichcha, whom I really adore as an actor, by the way?
See, actually, apparently, you asked a right question. Our government has already done a lot of work in terms of the reservation, in terms of the development, or even in terms of the lot of other things, social beneficiary schemes. But apparently, what has happened is Sudeep has been very impressed with the central government as well as the connections what he had with Bommai. He has clearly stated that because of Bommai's connection, I want to be part of the BJP's campaign team. That is why I will be part of it. See, it's not that like, the value addition is definitely there. Whether it is Kichcha, Sudeep or any other actor, definitely there is a value addition because all these people have a huge fan following. But at the same time, as you said, in Karnataka, whether it was like, a lot of actors who kept away, but a lot of actors who entered have failed miserably. Who were part of the polling itself, or like were the contestant, except for the Ambrish. Ambrish was a different connect altogether because he connected to the Mandya people and he was very successful politician there. Kichcha Sudeep has his own fan following, but at the same time, because of the connect with the Bommai Saab, he has entered the polling not as like any participant in the elections, but only for a campaigning, in particular agreeing with the development work which has been done by the center and as well as the state government. I don't think we should read anything extra over because we see it is a very clear thing that a lot of people are agreeing, different spectrums. Whether you go to universities, the professors are saying today, yes, today we are seeing development. I have a lot of journalist friends who are very senior, who were critics of Modi government in the part one, or who were critics of even like in our several policies, who are saying that yes, development has happened, but again, there is some kind of a negative perception which is done by the Congress, and definitely the
Right.
counter is done well, and they are agreeing to that.
Right. I'm going to take this across to Mahesh Chitnis. Now, Mahesh Chitnis, at the end of the day, Kichcha Sudeep's name does hold sway in the Kalyana Karnataka region per se. He is somebody who has, the kind of resonance and, what do you call, people connect. In that sense, do you see that the trouble that the BJP is facing with anti-incumbency in Karnataka could be mitigated with, with a face like him?
Yeah, that might be one of the reason, by grabbing the roping in stars like just to overcome the anti-incumbency. See, the BJP has been trying to woo SC/STs by increasing the reservation. STs were given a reservation up to 7%. So Sudeep also belonged to the Nayaka community, Nayakas, which were classified under ST. So the BJP, I think, will be using him in these 15 constituencies to woo the ST votes, which have been traditionally voted for the Congress. But Shruti, unlike Ambarish, who used to pride himself being a Gauda and had connect with Mandya, Sudeep had stayed away from politics and stayed away from these caste issues. So it will be interesting to see whether people will accept him as their leader, and by his campaigning, it will turn into votes. BJP has some tall leaders, in ST like Sri Ramulu and Ramesh Jarkiodi. When BJP is trying to rope in a star campaigner, their absence was also very questionable. When the BJP wants to prove the point that they are trying to woo the STs, their tallest leader was missing. So that one question Bommai failed to answer today. It was
Right.
asked in the press conference, but he did not
Fair
answer
enough.
that
Fair enough.
question.
One question I have to ask you, and I'll take this back to Sudha as well. Mahesh, the thing is that, at the end of the day, whatever happens, this is a win for Basavaraj Bommai. Because his chances of being the chief minister face again just goes up by that much, by roping in Kichcha Sudeep.
Sudeep has Twitter following of 2.8 million and Instagram followers of 1.9 million. So I don't know how much of this fan base will convert into votes. But yeah, definitely for the public and media, it looks like a win for Bommai.
Sudha, I want to bring this back to you then. Then we were talking about the fact that, forget the public, forget the ballot box, as you said. Karnataka is not a state that, gets impacted by all the star power from the silver screen. I'm talking about, bringing this discussion back to the mama in question, which is Bommai. And for Bommai, this is crucial. This entire show today show of solidarity or show of support, if I may, where Kichcha Sudeep made it such a personal thing. That his connection with Bommai goes back so far that it was out of humanity that he came to the stage when he needs him the most.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a show of strength. You're absolutely right. Kichcha Sudeep, besides him, sitting there and talking, recounting, his past, family's ties with Bommai, etc., is a shot in the arm for Basavaraj Bommai. But the other factor also, which is very important, is that in the recent past, we have seen Kichcha Sudeep as a true blue Kannadiga. You remember his Twitter spat with Ajay Devgan?
Oh, yes.
Whether Hindi is a national language or not.
Oh,
and like a Kannadiga, he bounced back and he said, well, we understand your language and I hope you understand ours as well. And I think that is a very important
You're talking about
connect.
his intelligence. His intelligence was on display even in that argument that he had with Ajay Devgan.
Yes, absolutely. Where he said that you wrote to me in Hindi, sir. If I write back to you in Kannada, will you understand?
Fair point.
So, I mean, net, very intelligent man. But, like Mahesh also said, and I think a lot of experts will ever, that whether it will convert into votes, time will tell, Krishna.
Well, convert into votes. B.M. Ashok is also with us, our BJP spokesperson. The big question when something so high profile like this happens, Mr. B.M. Ashok, is what will happen at the ballot box? What will happen on voting day? In that sense, there is obviously the significance of the region he comes from, the community that Kichcha Sudeep comes from, all of which will help the BJP.
Definitely, Kichcha Sudeep is has a very huge fan following in Karnataka as well as across the state. Whether it is not Kalyan Karnataka, Kittur Karnataka, and even in Old Mysore or even in coastal Karnataka, Kichcha Sudeep has definitely a huge fan following, and we definitely hope that it will all convert it into the votes and it will be there in our ballot boxes. And he is also appreciating and he will campaign through this coming 35 days for BJP, and he will also convey the messages what has to be conveyed to the local common voter, where the development has happened and what has reached the common beneficiary in Karnataka.
Right, and he will be campaigning is the word coming in from the BJP. But just one take from you, I have to ask you, Mr. B. Ashok, but he's made it very clear that he's entered the political stage, but he's not entering politics. He made it so clear in the press conference, this is about his equation with Basavaraj Bommai and not necessarily the party. But yes, he does appreciate what the party has done, what the Prime Minister has done, but his presence today was purely a matter of friendship with Basavaraj Bommai. Right, we have lost B.M. Ashok. I'm going to take a last wording from Mahesh Chitnis before we wrap up. Mahesh Chitnis, quick take from you. How much of a difference is this going to make in the larger scheme of things? You have about 40 odd days to go for the elections for voting day in Karnataka.
Yeah, definitely. It will have at least a minor impact on it. But I think there will be more to come. This is just a beginning. There were actually two press conferences today. One was at 1:30 of Sudeep, and another was at 2:30, where another actor, Darshan, was supposed to either campaign or join BJP. But at the last moment, it got cancelled for the reason best known to the party. But I think what we are hearing currently now is that event might soon happen, and even the BJP is planning to rope in Darshan to campaign in other parts as well. Such campaigns have worked at least in the recent past, Krishna, especially in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. Darshan and actor Ash campaigned extensively for the independent candidate Sumalata, and it worked with favor. So it will be interesting to see whether BJP will be able to get some benefit from the campaigning. And another important thing is also how the BJP will be using Sudeep's time in a just as you said, 35 days are remaining for the elections. So
Right.
his schedule will also be well planned, and it will be interesting to see whether they will be able to make
Yeah,
best
how much of his time is he going to is the BJP will make use of his time, and how well will they make use of his time? That's a big question. Mahesh Chitnis is there joining us. Mahesh Chitnis is also saying us in a picture abhi baki hai mere dost. This is just a trailer, because there could be more actors come in the fray to join politics in Karnataka in the upcoming to make a presence felt in the upcoming state assembly elections. Mahesh Chitnis, thank you so much for joining us live from Karnataka with that. And Sudha Sadanand, thank you so much for being with us. And with that, we've completely run out of time here on this discussion. It's a wrap here from my side. This is Krishna Kumar signing off. Keep it with News 9.